All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be doing the SummerSlam 2024 prediction show. Um, so before that, we're going to get into some recent pickups of mine. They could be wrestling related, they could be other things related. So, and then we'll just maybe talk about a little bit of stuff that's happening right now in wrestling. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Hopefully we're good now. The thing cut off. So yeah, the first one we picked up is this Solo Sikoa. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but I needed one for the collection. He's got this stupid cloth thing. So that's pretty cool. I needed one for the collection. Now we got one, and then this is the most recent one I picked up. Um, Grayson Waller figure, not the Chase. The Chase one has uh, a black outfit. Like all that's white on here is black outfit, pretty much. Um, so yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we picked up. This isn't really wrestling related, but we'll still talk about it because they have the partnership. We picked up Kevin Durant Prime bottle. I got a few of these. I really like the design on the bottle. As you can see, the flavor is cherry freeze. So apparently they are getting sued for this because up here it says like talks about Olympic gold medalist, says that Kevin Durant is an Olympian. So apparently the Olympics are suing Prime for that. Um, they probably won't win the Olympics because it's stupid to sue someone like that. It's really just promoting, really. So people will get the bottle maybe. And then the last thing I picked up, I picked this up yesterday. I collect these, I read these. The new Pro Wrestling Illustrated um, magazine. This is the October one. So a bunch of cool stuff in here. Um, Talks about um, apparently there's like a Roxanne Perez interview in here about like the Royal Rumble, and then her stand and deliver match when she won the NXT title. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's all we got for today, and then let's get into a little bit of things been going on. So I had in my thing here at the bottom. I thought we maybe get two more matches, one or two more matches for SummerSlam. We did not. One of the matches I thought we are getting this Friday on SmackDown, and the other match is happening next week on Raw. So the tag titles, the DIY will be defending against the Bloodline this Friday, and Wyatt Six will be facing the Creed brothers and Chad Gable on Monday. So um, let's get into SummerSlam. I am going to be on tomorrow on the Triple B Experience podcast. We're going to be talking about a little bit of pretty much the same stuff that I'm going to be talking about today. Um, SummerSlam matches. I'll be giving pretty much the same predictions, same stuff. So go check it out. It's gonna be fun tomorrow. There's gonna be a lot more of us. So we're gonna have probably 4, 5, 6 people. I don't know how many are gonna jump on tomorrow, but looking forward to that. So let's get into this thing. We got the news that SummerSlam will be hosted by The Miz. Um, and this is just like a consolation prize because they had Miz and Truth drop the titles before SummerSlam, which that's pretty unfortunate that they didn't get to take the titles into Miz's hometown of Cleveland. So yeah, not the biggest fan of that, but when they announce a host, there's going to be some type of segment. They announced Trish Stratus was the host for Money in the Bank, and John Cena came out. So I'm guessing John Cena will come out during this Miz segment. I didn't get the graphic, but they said Jelly Roll is going to be performing, and pretty much all of the songs that they're using of his are songs from the Twisters soundtrack, that new movie that's come out. Um, so yeah, there's one match that I couldn't get a graphic for, and we're gonna get into that one later. So we'll start off with and all these are like different shapes and sizes of graphics, but we'll start off with this match: Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn for the IC title. You know, Sami Zayn won the title back at WrestleMania. He's had a pretty good run. He had his first match with Braun Breaker at Money in the Bank, and I was not a big fan of Sami winning, although I did pick him to win that match. Um, but I think we're gonna get a different result here because there's a lot of things in this show that we're going to be talking about that are giving us clues to who's going to win, clues to who's not going to win. Some things might be obvious. Um, so yeah, right now for this match, I'm going to pick Braun Breaker because I can't see this going a 3-match feud with him winning the third. And also, if they're going to do this bloodline thing, they need to have Sammy drop the title because the next pay-per-view isn't until August 31st. And I think now they need to get this thing going now because they need to build it up because if they're building up the old bloodline again and the new bloodline, they both have to stay relevant, so they both have to do stuff like every week. They have to be on. It has to be like big amounts of heat every single week leading up to Survivor Series, and I think that's where they're going to start now by taking the title off of Sami Zayn. Plus, it's better when he's chasing a title, I think, rather than when he has the title, because now he's had he's he's faced Dragon off on Raw. He fought Braun Breaker at Money in the Bank. He fought Bronson Reed and Chad Gable in a triple threat match at King Queen of the Ring. And then he fought Chad Gable at what was it? Clash of the Castle. So he's had a good amount of matches, title matches, and they did a little bit of foreshadowing the other day on Raw. When Sami Zayn, he said, I tagged up with my Uso last week, my dog, Jey Uso again. And so I think that foreshadows to what we're going to be seeing in the future, um, especially since they had Sami and Jey tag 2 weeks ago on Raw. So one of the best matches on the card out of the 7 matches. And yeah, my final answer is Braun Breaker. Next match, we are going to go with what some people will say should be the main event. This should not be the main event. We know what the main event should be. It's not going to be this match. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with special guest referee Seth freaking Rollins. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Uh, it's a unique situation that they're doing this in, a unique stipulation as well. Um, you know, It's this these are hard to pick. Like so after this Braun match, it kind of gets hard to pick. Well, I guess one match is easy to pick. Um, but whatever. So yeah, this one, um, they had Seth Rollins lay out the ground rules on Monday. He said if any of them, if either of them do not obey what Seth Rollins says, if they mess up one time in Seth Rollins' rule book, then he will disqualify them. He said he's going to stomp their head in the ground. Um, yeah, so it's going to be pretty crazy. I'm also looking forward to this match because I think Drew McIntyre is going to win because, think of it. Drew McIntyre got the upper hand at the Royal Rumble. CM Punk has gotten the upper hand every other time, pretty much, except for that one week when Drew laid him out in Chicago, which that was a pretty easy thing to happen. Like you knew that was going to happen. Pretty predictable there, but he screwed Drew over at WrestleMania. He screwed him over at Clash at the Castle in his hometown in front of his family, and he screwed him over at Money in the Bank. I would not be surprised if Drew McIntyre gets the win here. Also, because Seth Rollins, I think they're going to do a thing where he hates CM Punk more than he hates Drew McIntyre. Because, they had the little thing there. And CM Punk said, I don't need your help. If you if you screw me over, I'll come for you. And he said all this stuff, which I don't know if this could be anything, but after Drew pinned Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins stood outside the ring. He's like, said, "You deserve it, dude." He's like, "You deserve it," and he walked to the back. This was before Damian Priest cashed in and everything, of course. Um, but I think you can't have Drew McIntyre lose. He's been taking all of the shots. He's taken two shots, and he really has gotten no revenge on CM Punk. So I think CM Punk is going to lose, and Drew McIntyre is going to beat him because I don't think it's going to be a one match feud. This is going to have to definitely be two or three matches at best. And then I see CM obviously moving on to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 41. So yeah, next match will be Liv Morgan. Let me see, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. You know, Dominic Mysterio. Cut the chains off. He um he pulled the trigger and he said that he hates Liv Morgan, that she's stupid, and that he's never liked her, and that she's ruined his whole life, and she left crying, and who cares? Cry me a river, whatever. I don't like Liv Morgan, um, but I do feel that she's going to win because I feel like the same thing could happen that costed Becky Lynch the title at King and Queen of the Ring. Dom's gonna come down, get a chair, slide it into the ring. Rhea will be mad, um, and the ref will be like distracted. Liv will hit her finisher, and then I think that Dom will get mad. Like Dom will be disappointed, secretly. I don't know though because he could just be acting. He could be secretly helping Liv Morgan the whole time. I saw a thing online which very well could happen. He helps Liv Morgan, and then she rejects Dom after the match. That would be pretty funny. Um, I don't know if that's gonna happen though. I would not be mad if that happened though. So let's take our first prime hydration break of the day. This is not sponsored, although if I became sponsored, that would be awesome. Today's flavor of choice is lemon lime. So let's go ahead and dig in. It's great as always. The reason why I'm not drinking this KD one is because it's not cold, and I like to put it in the fridge so it gets cold. So it looks like this. So it's sweating off the. Um. Oh, there's my thing falling out. So yeah, I think Liv's gonna win. I think it's gonna be a good match. What I don't think is going to be good is the ending, because they can't have Rhea win. They can't just have her come back and win the title. That would be stupid. So yeah, I just want to point out that this is not who I would usually pick. I don't like to pick Liv Morgan ever, but when I know she's gonna win, oh, that sounds so bad. That sounded so awful. But when I know she's gonna win, I'm here to get the picks right. And I'll pick favorites, although I will be later. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Liv to retain, and Dom will insert himself back into this stupid situation. Rhea's gonna be pissed off at Dom. Um, Liv might be pissed off at Dom. Who knows? We'll just have to see who comes out on top at the end of the day. So next match we have, let's see, we got Bailey versus Nia Jax. Ew, Nia Jax. I hate Nia Jax. So let's go a little bit about how we got here. Nia Jax is getting this title opportunity not because she sucks and they feel bad for her. Um, just kidding, maybe not. But she beat Lyra Valkyria in the Queen of the Ring match, and she earned the opportunity to face Bailey. And so this is one of the toughest ones because last week on SmackDown they had Bailey and Michin. Uh, which by the way, we should talk about Michin for a minute. She hasn't been on that much lately, but past couple weeks she's been on like every freaking show. She's been on SmackDown, NXT, Raw, you name it. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if they sent her over to TNA for a show. Um, but she must be tired since they book her on every freaking show. Um, so yeah, they had Bailey and Michin tag up against Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, which Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton beat Bailey and Michin. I call her both things. So if I call her Mia Yim, just just the same thing. Um, yeah, there's a possibility that Tiffany Stratton could cash in. There's also a possibility that Nia Jax could get her a new briefcase because she said she's going to get her a new briefcase and that would be pink and everything. So I'm guessing if we're going to be getting that, we're going to be getting that this Friday, which would set up a little bit more. Um, I don't know how to describe it. It would make it more tense because if Tiffany Stratton's out there on Saturday, she's going to be thinking, um, do I want to cash in on my friend, or do I want to wait, see if Bailey wins? Which if Nia Jax wins, Tiffany Stratton will be probably cashing in at some point, but I just don't know. It's like something has to happen big. So I'm either thinking, which I don't think this will happen because it already happened with the men's. Drew McIntyre cashed in to make it a triple threat match. I don't think that happens with the women's. So it's just it's just weird because you know Nia Jax pinned Bailey, so I don't think she's gonna pin Bailey Um, so you know what? Screw it. We'll go with Bailey. Um, it's gonna be tough. I mean, I don't like Nia Jax, so that's good picking her. It's good not picking her. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Bailey. I'm gonna go with no Tiffany Stratton cashing in because this is stupid, but I think they will follow this. If they get her a new briefcase, I would think she'd want to carry it around for a little while. You know, since they had Io cash in at SummerSlam last year, so you know I don't think Tiffany Stratton cashes in here. I know that's going to surprise a lot of people if she doesn't cash in, but you know I'm going with no cash in. Bailey wins. Um, let's see, we only got like 3 matches left. Let's go with one of the best matches on the card, the third, I believe, longest reigning United States champion, Logan Paul, taking on L Knight, um, LA Knight, but I'm just gonna call him L Knight because we'll talk about it right now. You know, going into this when this was announced, I figured, okay, you know, unfortunately, LA Knight's probably going to win, but they had a key qualifying match for Money in the Bank, which LA Knight pinned Logan Paul. And after that, I'm just been so torn on it that you know I wanted to pick Logan Paul because LA Knight has pretty much gotten the upper hand on him every single time they've met. He showed up to Logan Paul's house. He he pinned Logan Paul. He attacks Logan Paul every time he sees him. And this has been going on for a while. So you know this even dates back to last year's Money in the Bank feud because you know LA Knight came out and said that Logan Paul's fan base was just a bunch of teenage girls, um, which that's not true. Um, I don't even know if LA has a fan base anymore because they had him lose to Roman Reigns and he just fell off after that. And, you know, he hasn't been getting the pops he used to. You know, and, okay, I'll give you an exception at Money in the Bank. He got a big pop, but you know, he did beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania, but at this point, who doesn't beat AJ Styles anymore? Um, you know, honestly, I think LA Knight could win, but it just doesn't seem right because okay, last week LA Knight um, beat Santos Escobar and Logan Paul had a frog splash on him. Him and Santos teamed up and beat him down. And then Logan Paul said that he's going to be having a big homecoming thing. I thought that meant at SummerSlam, but it turns out that means next week, well, this week on SmackDown. So, you know, obviously that's going to have something big to do with LA Knight. LA Knight's probably going to come out and crash the whole thing and attack him, which is why I believe that there's going to be some interference. And this does not happen usually. I think I remember the last time this happened was probably when Rhea Ripley won at Elimination Chamber in Australia. Um, I know Edge won and I think it was Canada a few years ago. So this doesn't happen much, but I think there's going to be some type of interference, and LA Knight is going to lose, meaning that Logan Paul will retain. Because again, I don't think this will be a one-match feud. I think this will carry into maybe Bad Blood or what's the next one? Bash in Berlin, because then again, Logan Paul has advertising commercials for both of those pay-per-views, so I could see them doing Logan beats LA Knight here. He beats him at Bash in Berlin. He says, okay, you can have one more shot. If you lose, you don't get another shot. So, and then that's where I could see LA Knight winning because I feel like it would be nice if Logan to keep the title for a whole year, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I am going to say Logan Paul is going to win only because they've been throwing us off so much with this. And, honestly, I don't know how Logan Paul could lose this. So next match, I'm going to have to pull this one up. This is the one that I don't have the logo or picture for. Is this match Gunther versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. Another one that I don't think is going to be a one-match feud. I think this continues into Bash in Berlin, where Gunther then picks up the title because I think Damian Priest needs to win here to keep himself relevant. His title reign has actually been likable, but half of that is only because of the Judgment Day storyline. And another thing that makes this pretty easy is that Finn Balor got beat on Monday, but they threw us a curveball because after that match, Gunther got attacked by Damian Priest, and that went to like off the show, so the show went off the air. Um, but I think Damian Priest has to keep it again because his title reign is pretty successful right now. He's beaten main event Jey Uso. He's beaten Drew McIntyre. He's beaten Seth Rollins. He's beat Drew McIntyre again. Remember the little cash in uh, situation. So yeah, pretty good matches. But I think um, a lot of people want Gunther to win. I don't think Gunther has to win because if he loses, it would make the storyline. It would make Gunther's storyline and not Drew McIntyre's, Damian Priest's storylines more interesting. So I'm very, very excited to see where this goes. But I'm gonna go with Damian Priest. And in the last match, which will be the main event, the champ Cody Rhodes versus off-brand Roman Reigns, fake Roman Reigns, Timu Roman Reigns, Wish Roman Reigns, Dollar General Roman Reigns at home when the kids say, "Mom, we want Roman Reigns." She says, "We got Roman Reigns at home." That's what you get. Solo Sikoa. Um, I don't know. I got this figure of him right here. Yeah, we're gonna get that out of here. So we're picking Cody Rhodes, obviously. I'm not. I'm never gonna pick against him unless I know he's gonna lose, which that'll be in a few years probably. Um, he does. He's not gonna win. I don't care how many fake Usos Solo Sikoa can have. He can have two fake Usos, four fake Usos, five fake Usos, however many he wants. But they will never be the real bloodline, the original bloodline, the only bloodline that matters, and that is the bloodline we're gonna hopefully see return in November. This new bloodline doesn't have the honorary use. They don't have the longest reigning tag team champions, and they don't have real Roman Reigns. Um, so in this match, I think it's pretty obvious. Real Roman Reigns is going to come out. I think he's going to cost Solo the match, not helping Cody Rhodes. He will not be out there to help Cody Rhodes. He will be out there to make sure Solo doesn't win the title, um, so that only he can have the title in the bloodline, which I don't think he's going to go for the title because he's going to be too invested in this bloodline storyline. Um, I think there's going to be a lot of bloodline interference. I feel like we could see the return of Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, but I don't know at this point. Because I feel like Cody can't just go 5-on-1, 4-on-1, however many fake Tongans, whatever you call them, Samoans, Tongans. pick a whatever. I don't know if you can hear that truck outside. It's pretty annoying. Um, but yeah, obviously Cody's gonna win. Um, he's gonna overcome his bloodline. I, it's very obvious that he's gonna win because you can't have him beat the one of the longest reigning WWE champions ever, and then have him lose to someone like Solo, which that's just that would be surreal to me if he lost. But we know he's not gonna lose because it's Cody freaking Rhodes. So yeah, that's pretty much all the picks we have. We have a 30-minute show. Not bad. Um, we got our picks done. So like I said, go ahead and check out the let's see. Go ahead and check out the Triple B Experience podcast. I will be on there tomorrow. He's been having some interviews with some wrestlers they're having at the show August 24th at the Castle in Johnstown. So make sure you head out to that show as well. Um, it's going to be a good show. There will be a meet and greet with former WWF Tag Team Champion um, Henry O. Godwin. And they have the first women's match in the APWF in over, I think, 20 years. I could be wrong. Um, but I think it's been close to 20 years or over 20 years. So that's very exciting. So yeah, go check out the Triple B Experience. I will be on there tomorrow as we do the Summerslam picks. He talks pop culture. He talks football. There's a football season coming up. And I'll make sure you check out Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. Um, Larry and the guys, they do SummerSlam. They did their SummerSlam picks too the other day. They do wrestling picks. They talk about wrestling as it's in the name. Um, and you can't go a single show without Larry Stryker talking about CM Punk. So hopefully he doesn't mention him too much tomorrow, even though unfortunately he has a match. So yeah, I got to get the logo for Shane's show, um, which will be that'll be out there soon. I got to crop it because sometimes things don't let it doesn't let me put certain pictures in. So one more thing, let's not forget official hydration drink of SummerSlam Cleveland is Prime. Um, which there is going to be a Prime for SummerSlam. Hopefully, get my hands on that. I got a few bottles of the WrestleMania one. I got someone trying to hook me up with the SummerSlam bottle, so hopefully we get that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys liked the video, um, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below what your picks are. I'm excited to see what you guys think are going to happen in the matches. I'll be posting my picks on my TikTok too. Mania season. We're gonna be let's throw it up here real quick. Let's get the profile. So I'll get a logo for it next time. But let's just go ahead and so right here, Mania season. I barely see it. There's such a glare. Holy, let me see if I can turn down the right. There you go. Mania season right there. As it says right there, I follow back. Um, I showed off some of my favorite figure reveals from San Diego Comic Con. I did the NXT Great American Bash results. So, yeah, I'll be posting my picks there. Go follow, like all my videos. Yeah, we'll see you guys later, and peace.